Honestly, that sticks with me is to be a humorous person. Always make people laugh, always make them smile, even if it's not in your best interest, but to make somebody else feel better. That's what he has put on me.
I met Sean when I was waiting tables at an Applebee's, and Sean came in. He played basketball for Lakota. Came in at the time with a girl that he was dating before Megan. It was awful, an awful fit for Sean.
So that's basically a BM?
It's awful.
Before Megan?
Before Megan, yes, BM. Before Megan.
I'll make sure.
It was a BM, pretty much.
I did not mess you up, did I?
No. In every sense of the word, it was a BM. Trust me. He came in, sat down at one of my tables. He knew a girl that I was going out with a a little bit, and he and I got to talking.
And the bar closes at 10:30.
If you've ever talked to Sean, you know that you instantly, he's genuine. You know, like he truly sees you for who you are, and he truly just wants to be your friend. You know, he could probably kick the crap out of just about anybody here, but
except you,
except for me. Maybe Matt if Matt's drinking, which he doesn't do very often unless I get him to do it. Which I've rock bottomed a couple times, but I think the one thing about Sean is he's genuine, and that's why they're so good together. They love each other. But either way, the funniest story that I have about Sean was if you guys ever played like a Nintendo game, or you guys have ever played you guys played a video game and you played against somebody you're pretty good at it, but there's somebody else that decides that they're gonna get good at it.
Four Corner Massacre!
Yes, we had an apartment together, and it was 402 and a half. Has anybody ever lived in a half of an apartment before? We lived in a half of an apartment on the 3rd floor in a place in Clifton, and Sean and I were sitting down. We were playing a Nintendo game, and it was a PlayStation game, and it was a wrestling game. And I had built up this guy. His name was Jobu, right? Jobu, when you're making a character in a game, you try to not make the character yourself. You try to make the character something else other than you, like some crazy green guy that's like an alien-looking guy named Blanca or something, with like tattoos. Well, I made this big 7-foot black guy that weighed 320 pounds, and his name was Jobu. And Jobu reigned for a long time, like 6 months. Jobu reigned. I actually had to stop playing Jobu because Cornsack got pissed off because I beat him every time with the guy. So I'm at work. I've been working for a while, and Sean decided that he was going to actually take off for once in his life, and he was going to build this character named Cornsack. Well, Cornsack was basically if Sean died and went to heaven, and God were to make him into what he wanted to be, that's what Cornsack was. He was basically a 6'4", 230-pound wrestler that had like blonde hair and blue eyes and hair, by the way. I mentioned hair. And the guy he's built like a brick shit house. And Sean builds him up to this, he's just this, he must have played. In order to be able to get the person to that point in the game, you would have had to have played against people and actually got that character, that built up, so he was that good. So he must have sat down and played the game. So he decides that he's going to come up with this finishing move. Now, most finishing moves, they go something like this. You kick the guy in the balls, you pick him up, you body slam him, you pin him. It takes all of approximately 5 to 10 seconds. The match is over. But not Sean. Sean has to come up with a wrestling move called the 4-Corner Massacre, which is his finishing move. Sean decides that he's going to play me, and I'm going to be Jobu, and he's all excited about it. So he's sitting down, and he's kicking the shit out of Jobu. Kicking the living shit out of him, just slapping him around like a little bitch. A 7-foot, freaking 320-pound black guy with tattoos and dreadlocks. And he throws me on the mat, and he gets up on the first rope, and Sean is going, 4-Corner Massacre! 4-Corner Massacre! So the guy, he basically, he kicks you, you come down, he throws you on the ground, and if you ever played a PlayStation game, nothing goes fast really at the time. He walks over to the rope, climbs up the rope, gets on the top of the rope, goes like this, the crowd all roars as he turns to the crowd. He squats down, he jumps, he frog splashes Jobu. Comes up off the mat a couple times as my guy is laying on the ground dead. And then gets back up, walks over to the next one. All the while, Sean is yelling 4-Corner Massacre. The guy is stepping up the rope. gets on top, looks around, crowd applause, jumps on, 5-star frog splash, slams on Joe Boo, bounces up a couple times, goes to the third rope, at this point, I'm about ready to kill somebody. I'm like, Cornsack, I'm gonna kill you. And he is going, 4-corner massacre! 4-corner massacre! So, I picked up a chair. I threw down my controller, and I told him I was gonna kill him. And he ran, like a bitch, to the bathroom. And I took the chair, and I threw the chair at the bathroom door, and if you guys have ever had like a folding chair and has like the 2 sides on it, it flew into the bathroom door and stuck in the bathroom door. And Sean opens up the bathroom door and goes, "Holy fuck!" He goes, "That could have killed me." And I said, "Yeah, it could have killed you. Don't talk shit to me again, Cornsack." Now he's no longer Cornsack. Now you're Applesack.
Coco is Coco, and Megan is Moco. And so someday I hope that they have little Soko and Toko babies, and I hope that he comes back and coaches.
When I was little, Sean put a Freddy Krueger mask on his head and decided to come out of the back room and scare the living shit out of me. That is about the only thing that I can remember that sticks to my head to this day, that it was not funny, but now it's quite humorous. Thank you for that.
Time where he popped a chub when he found a porno mag outside behind the grocery store. We were probably, I was 13, I think he was 11. We rode our bikes to Bethany Carryout. We were leaving there with a couple 12 packs of Coke and some bags of chips. Going behind the dumpster because we're heading back the back way. He's like, "Dude, check this out." Next thing he's like, "Dude, I'm feeling funny in my pants." I said, "Yeah." He threw the shit in the bag and we were off and on the way we went.
Wrestling, I can only think of that is when Sean, we went to B-Dubs one night, and I think Ric Flair was still in it, and whenever we went out to the parking lot, Sean, I don't know, he wasn't drunk, he was completely sober. He started yelling, "Woo!" in the parking lot, doing the Ric Flair walk in front of everybody. Yeah, it was pretty funny. He's pretty good.
So a lot of Megan and Sean stories involve wrestling.
Yes. Well, that's how I came close with Sean. And
From wrestling?
Yeah, from wrestling. Kind of bonded.
From the wrestling part?
Yeah, from the wrestling parties.
I think it's cool that they're coming up to the John Cena theme.
Oh, I cannot wait because that's my favorite wrestler. So me and Megan, we fight for his attention. We fight for John Cena.
Now, is it true? Do you think Megan would leave Sean for John Cena?
Leave Sean? No, I don't think leave. I think maybe go on a weekend cruise or like have like a dinner date. Maybe.
Sorry, Sean.
Leave. No, I don't think leave. No, she loves Sean too much to leave him, even for John Cena.
Learn how to drive from my brother. That is what I learned. And he's always said, if we ever got those souped up, Fast and the Furious kind of cars, he'd only but drive with me because he trusted me. Why? Because I suck at driving, I hate highways, but he's the one who taught me not to be afraid. And just go with it. I mean, what else can you do on a road? I don't do stupid stuff, but if we ever got fast cars, his would be black, mine would be yellow. Samantha's would probably be pink, but we would, you know that drift, that Tokyo drift?
Yeah.
That would definitely be us, drifting down a freaking mountain.
They probably trust you because you don't do anything stupid.
Right. Maybe that's why he trusted me.
Realize that what you're going to have is it's not all of just a bowl of cherries, and there's going to be pitfalls, there's going to be hard times, and remember that you made vows today on the 18th of May. Stick to those vows, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor. Just like you said today, remember them, never forget them, stay together, love each other, support each other, because it's not all great. Most of it is, but there's the bad times. The good people stick through the bad times. And that's the important thing. That's the hard stuff. That's how people stay married 50, 60 years. And that's what I hope they do.
The one night he got drunk and Craig was calling him and he was outside searching for whoever was calling him, and it was Craig on the other line saying, "It's your neighbor, you kicked my dog." And Sean's like searching everywhere for this person. Craig's like, "No, I'm under your car." And Sean was down on the driveway trying to find him. Yeah. That was a good one.
The one that was probably the most embarrassing was when Coach was, he always stomps a lot, and we gave him the nickname of Thumper. So he always stomps and says, "Gosh dang it," a lot. And we've always just given him the nickname. An embarrassing moment was probably, I don't know, him just throwing the temper tantrum. And we never expected that out of him. So.
Do you want to show us how he stomps?
Sure.
I learned to never let the little things bother you, and that he's always a shoulder to lean on if you ever need help with anything. He took the place of my dad when I needed something, and he's always going to be there for me. Well, Coach has taught me a lot this year, or last year, and one thing that he taught us was whatever you go through in life, you have to figure out a way to deal with it, and that pretty much helps me every day of my life, so thanks for that.
I wish for Coach Coco and Sean and Megan the best of luck throughout their whole life together, and I just hope that they have a wonderful life, and just, I don't know how to put it. Coach is so wonderful, and Megan is so lucky, and just from meeting her tonight, she seems so wonderful also. Coach is so nice, and he's just great, and I just wish the best of luck to both of them.
Sean, Megan, hey, he waited until 11 o'clock at night. It was an open bar, so I'm preluding into what I'm about to say. Just letting you know, you guys mean everything to me. You know that. Once a year, you guys should look at this video and laugh your butts off, because that's what you're gonna do. Singing rap songs to frickin' Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and looking at all of us drunk as shit. Megan, Sean, you mean everything to us. Sean, remember what you got. Don't forget it. Love you guys.